Hi, everybody. It is Monday night.
Monday Night Sketchy.
We're so excited to be with you again.
We are so excited. No, for real. We're really excited. Hey, we're back. It's another Monday Night Sketchy Live. We're going to do some drawing tonight again. We're going to finish up this COE cab from last week.
Yeah.
I guess we got in such a good roll of conversation about stuff. Hopefully we will continue to have that great conversation. Love some interaction with you guys out there. We've got some specific topics we'd like to talk about tonight, and including finishing up this cool COE cab over, and much more.
Yes.
So hang out with us, Sketchy Lab Monday. It's Sketchy Live. Oh, hey, what now? Hey, what's going on? It's Monday Night Sketchy Live.
Hey, guys.
Welcome to another fun night of sketching, hot rods, customs, that kind of cool stuff. I am Johnny Jalabi, a hot rod artist, and super excited to be here tonight and to draw with you guys. And of course, with me as always, been here since day one.
Day one, you ride or die.
Ride or die is my beautiful wife, Itty B.
Hey guys, we have a great show for you tonight.
We got some stuff.
I asked Johnny earlier, I'm like, what can we discuss?
Yeah.
Because I feel like
many topics.
Some of our viewer participation has been lacking.
And maybe it's
you guys are just quiet.
Are you just starting to argue with them now?
No.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Comment wise, we
whole
love
idea.
The fact that this is interactive.
And again, we've got brand new viewers. We've been doing this for how many seasons now? 7 seasons. So we are old pros at this, but we do have new people watching. So maybe we need to go over kind of what we like to do here at Sketchy Live. Our old veterans always participate and hang out, and you've been here since day one type people have been hanging. But if you're brand new to Sketchy Live,
say hi.
This is an interactive podcast. We enjoy questions, comments.
It's literally my whole job here.
It gives Itty B something to do. The whole purpose of her being here was so that I could draw and concentrate on drawing,
but still hear from people.
And she could field questions. We could talk about different stuff. We plan to talk about a few things tonight. We got some specific topics we'd like to have a great chat with you guys about. And again, tonight we're going over and we're not redrawing. We've already drawn it, but we're going to add into now the color on our COE that we've got here. Go ahead and show them. Yeah. Our COE. So we've started to add some color. I'm not really happy with how the color's going to go. I just came up with a cool idea right as it was coming in here of a cool color concept we're going to do. And then we'll add a little monster guy or somebody driving this thing. But we want your participation. We want to hear from you. Where are you from? What's the weather? Howard Pierpont. What are you up to? What are your hobbies? What are your likes? What are your dislikes? What side of the bed do you like? What color is your favorite color?
Oh boy.
Do you like pizza?
Getting into some specifics.
And of course, as always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe.
Yes.
And we're so excited that you're here. So Sketchy Live Monday, we are excited you're here. Johnny Jalabi, Itty B. Let's get to it.
Yes. So let me tell you who we've got on
And I'm going to
tonight.
get rid of this color because I made a terrible error and it's on the same.
You know what? It was a quick thing you tried to do at the end last week.
Yeah. I tried to throw something together and it did not work.
So we have watching tonight so far Howard Pierpont, 86 degrees and clear in Mineola, Texas.
Wunderbar.
Paul Marziani joining us. Hi, and he is from Bradenton, Florida, here in the lovely state of Florida. Here's what I will tell you guys. I would love to say that we were unscathed during this storm, but we lost a couple dead trees.
We scathed.
We have a few branches down, lots and lots of rain. We had to empty the pool a bit today because it was getting ready to overflow. The dog has had 2 days of baths outside.
She is over this rain, I'll tell you that.
Permanent dry towel by the door.
Yeah.
But in the scheme of things, very blessed. We came out of this very blessed.
We didn't have any issues, any problems.
No.
Lost power a little bit.
Yeah, a couple times flickered on and off, but nothing major.
Nope.
So we are thankful. We've got Joe Lombardo joining us. Hello from Jersey. Welcome.
What's up, Joe?
James Olchin. Hello, Eddie B and Johnny from Lincoln, Nebraska, where it's 101 degrees today. Yikes. That's a bit warm.
That's a tad.
We've actually been a little cooler here. It's been in the mid to high 80s here rather than 100. Yeah. Rob Earl. Hey there, Johnny and Eddie B from the Hunter Down Under Australia.
Hey, we met one of your mates.
Countrymen.
Yeah, we did.
On this lovely winter's day, 76 degrees and sunny for his winter day out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had gone out on the town. We knew the storm was coming in.
Out on the town.
And I said, you know what? If we don't get out now, we're not getting out.
Mm-hmm.
So we went out Friday night and had a ball.
It was a good time.
Yeah, we had met this woman at a little pub the week before and exchanged Facebook contacts and stuff just so we could stay in touch with her. And she's like, if you're ever down this way again, I would totally love to hang out with you guys. So we were planning to hit this different brewery that we wanted to check out. People were telling us all about it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to reach out to her and see what she's up to. She was literally getting off work right then and there.
Yeah.
Stopped by. So it was the three of us hanging out.
It was cool.
And then you got up to give her your seat. And when you got up, the guy who was kind of sitting kind of next to us got up and was talking to you, and turned out he followed us over to the next brewery after that stop, and we hung out with him from Australia. Super nice guy.
Yeah. What was the we should have brought his card
Victoria.
Yeah.
Yeah. Queensland, Victoria, I think. Anyway, we were like, oh my gosh, we know people in Australia.
Yeah.
We were so excited. Super nice guy, though.
Yeah, very cool dude.
He is back home now, and exchanged Facebook information with him as well. So we are Facebook friends with him too. Pretty exciting.
Stalkers.
I love getting out.
It's fun.
Love
we have a good time.
Meeting new people, going to new places. And, you probably look at our posts, and we are out all the time, and we're constantly trying different brews and wines and this, that, and the other thing. We're not like these huge drinkers. We just like to taste other things. So, I mean, it's not like we're pounding them all night long.
You sound a little defensive there. Let's not be defensive.
Well, because we do post a lot of stuff about it, but
not so much.
It's like just trying different things. So
yeah, for sure.
I love it. It's a fun time. James Olchin said, love the new set. Cool. Yes.
Oh, thanks.
Let me zoom in on that. If you weren't with us last week was our Virgin episode in the new
Virgin
room. We broke in the new room.
Yeah.
This is
it
our
didn't stand a chance.
Room. So we're super excited about our new space, and there's still more development to come in here. But for right now, this is what we're doing, and
we're developing as we speak.
We literally walked in here tonight.
It was nice.
Turned everything on. Done deal. We used to have to drag this out of a closet every Monday and get it set up like an hour and a half ahead of time. So.
Argue about some wires and
technical difficulties. And
didn't you plug in the
literally,
I thought we plugged in the
we get up and it's a headphone drop and we walk out and
it's
live
nice.
Our lives. It's wonderful.
Living the dream.
So this was something that we have talked about for quite some time, and it has not been a reality.
7 years in the making.
Yeah. So we now have our podcast room.
Yeah.
Lizzie Daughtry joining us. Hello, my two favorite people of the week. And she's joining us from Dade City.
Nice.
Is it Dade? Yeah, she's in Dade City. Yeah. I was like, wait a second, I'm second guessing. Right here in Florida with us. Pam Goslin, Pamela Wood Goslin.
What's up,
cousin? She said, are you guys safe? Yes, we are doing great. Thank you for asking.
We are good.
Lizzie is posting her YouTube channel, Ms. Butterfree 34. She's got some resin jewelry and trinkets and things over there. Go check it out. Holidays are coming up.
Like a madman this time.
Yes, please do. We've got Dwayne Woodyard joining us.
What's up?
He's saying www.outlawradio.rocks.
Okay.
It sounds like a fun time.
Yeah.
Sounds country-ish, like outlaw country.
Outlaw country.
Tune in. Lizzie Daughtry said tomorrow is Steven's birthday. He will be 26.
Wow.
Do you remember when he graduated from high school?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
When he was just a wee little baby.
Little boy. Yeah. Well, happy birthday, Steven.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, dear Steven. Ah. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to
you. Hope he has a good one.
Yeah.
Hal Schaefer said, just know, real deal. How about it? Carburetor Man from Georgia has joined.
What's up, real
Georgia
deal?
Peeps. I reached out to Draco Cycles today because he's in Georgia. And I know
Georgia.
the storm is headed up that way. So our Georgia Peeps, please be safe. Jim Pollins joining us. Hello from Hobo's Hot Rod Garage in Horseheads, New York.
Friend?
Custom bead rolling.
World famous Jim Pollin.
He's got a lot of good stuff going on, guys. Go check him out. Go friend his page for sure. He's got some really cool projects he's working on. That truck. I love that truck.
Well, the Model A is coming out cool too.
Frank Pupello, good evening from Land O'Lakes, Florida. Hope you guys are drying out. Yes, we are. The waters have.
Anybody guess the color scheme?
Gone away. I'm looking at it. Looks like a classic bus color.
Bus.
Looks like a bus. The yellow.
What yellow?
Is it?
It's orange.
It looks orangish yellow. Yeah. No, I don't know the color. Is it? I remember Volkswagen buses were an orange and white color.
Where do you see white?
I don't see white yet. Is it green?
That's a turquoise.
Orange and turquoise?
Mm-hmm.
And what is this supposed to be from?
That's what I'm asking.
Oh, I don't know if anyone knows.
Does anybody recognize the color scheme?
Joe Lombardo said, hot, hot, hot. Oh, have I got a new pizza for you guys?
What?
Oh, what? We might have to. I'm going to be up there.
I'm going to be going that way.
I'm going to be up there over Thanksgiving. So
that's what you were singing a song. I'm going to be going up that way.
Brian
I'm going to be
Bentley.
going up that way. Going to do it. And I can't interrupt your. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go on.
Brian Bentley. Hi from North Little Rock, Arkansas.
What's up?
Welcome. Tuning in from YouTube. We are streaming live
Thanks
on
for
Facebook
checking out us on the tubes.
The tube.
On the YouTubes.
James Olchin said last week Lincoln had 70-mile-an-hour winds and
Wow.
lots of trees. Lost lots of trees. That was a tongue twister.
70 miles an hour and it had a lot of trees.
Lots and lots. But it was lost lots. It was a bit of a tongue
Lost
twister.
lots. Especially when you throw your accent in there, it's really hard.
Lost lots
of limbs.
Paul Marziani said Bradenton Motorsports was under 6 to 8 feet
Yeah,
of
we
water.
saw that.
Or inches probably.
Yeah,
Inches. What's the double line? That's inches.
it's inches.
Yeah. I did see that the entryway to the motor park was destroyed.
Zoinks.
Yeah.
Destroyed.
One of my kids used to say that. Don't destroy it. Jack Sharp III. Jack Caveman Mech from Hookstown, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
81 right now.
Nice.
A little warm up in the PA.
Yeah. It's a bit of a warmth there.
And we've got Guy Hodges. Greetings from the Lone Star State.
What?
Texas.
TIX. Texas.
What's TIX?
It's Texas.
It's oh my god.
When you go to Texas.
TIX.
That's how cool people spell it. Texas. TIX.
From the ticks.
Texas.
We've got Ferg's Rod Shop joining us.
That's Fergs.
We've got Fergs. Scott and Nicole Ferguson were on our podcast just a few months ago, month ago, weeks ago. Go check it out. It is saved on YouTube. Great interview with them.
Yeah, it was good times.
Yeah. Got to see his garage, some of the cool projects he's working on, and of course that sweet Dodge.
Sweet Dodge.
Diane Kinnery joining us. The Kinnerys here in Illinois.
What is going on?
Week of 90s. Just had our second storm. Glad you didn't get much damage from Debbie.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, she blew through. Michael Schnell joining us. Hey guys, hope you're all dried out. Close to 7 inches on my side of town. crazy. I don't know what the actual count was for here, but we did get quite a bit of rain as well. And it's still going. It was just raining a little bit ago.
It was just.
This thing is not out of here yet. We are not out of the woods.
It refuses to leave.
Brian Bentley said it's called social drinking. Yeah, that would be it. We're just very social. We're very social people. Michael Chanel said, sorry about all your car issues you had this week.
Par for the course.
True story. You were going to do some cars and coffee Saturday morning.
That was the plan.
With Kona. And because Rose is not quite ready to roll yet.
Nope. So still figuring out all the wiring situations in Rose.
And
we're close though.
We need to roll her out of the house or out of the garage for you to be able to get to it easily. And we've had so much rain and we just don't want to bring her out.
I don't go to little room.
Yeah. So Kona was the ride that was supposed to be taken on Saturday morning. I had a hair appointment. So you had some plans to go and do that with the guys and get Kona out for a run. And because you just got that oil issue fixed. And then,
well, it ends up it's a bigger issue than I thought.
Yeah.
Because that oil issue is now turned into a larger oil issue.
Right.
So we'll get her figured out.
We got some fixing to do.
We just went out there and the oil was a nice milky white color. And it's air cooled. So I was like, wait, what? Why is the oil white? There's no water. So somehow, some way water has gotten into the engine area or into the oil. And some folks have said maybe it could be humidity. We'll do that sometimes, which it's been super humid.
And it's been super rainy.
And very rainy. And the engine is way more exposed now than it's ever been.
Right.
So I might have to do some adjustment as far as when we store it and it's sitting outside in the elements. Now it spent its whole last summer in the garage.
Right.
As we were working on it and finishing it up. And then up until the time we got Rose, Kona was a garage kept car.
She was.
Well, she got kicked to the curb.
That's okay.
Yeah. She's not mad about it.
No, she's fine.
Maybe she's a little mad because she threw a fit. It was like, oh, look at this.
Oh, you want to drive me?
Not. Suddenly you now want to pay attention to me? What do you think I am, chopped liver?
Over here, huh? We've got Chris Malinsky joining us. Hello, guys. Welcome.
What's going on?
Dave Cusimano joining us. Glad y'all made it safe. Thanking God he kept the brunt of it away from Sebring, Florida. Yeah, we there were some areas that got hit pretty hard. There was a lot of coastal flooding. I've been watching the news, and some of our favorite places are a little downtown Tarpon area where we just were a couple weekends ago, underwater down there.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
They go through this every time.
Their guys showed up at my work today and bought a lot of hoses and
nice pump it out,
boats and hose and
pump it out.
Yeah, they'll pump it out.
Yeah. We've got Joe Burdett joining us. Hello from Joe's Garage in Cresco, Michigan. Ooh, do we know where Cresco is? We've been to Michigan. I don't know where Cresco is.
What's going on?
Did you save?
Yep.
Okay. Joe Lombardo said, looks like the Dolphins. Oh, the colors, maybe. Lizzie said, I just gave you a thumbs up on your YouTube page.
Oh, thank you very much.
We appreciate the love. Thumbs up, loves, and likes here. And then head on over to YouTube. Yep. Joe Lombardo said, ring me up. You got my number? Yes, I do, sir. I sure will.
I don't.
We've got James Clay joining us. Welcome, sir. Have you seen what this guy's doing with the blowing money mafia?
I'm back at you, so switch off me.
Unless
you haven't been.
I'm on me. Okay. So James Clay and his wife are running this page called Blowing Money Mafia. And they have, what is his car? That red one?
It's a Nova.
A Nova. This thing is sick. I love it.
This thing is sick.
And they're constantly talking about.
Okay, we're back.
Okay. How much money they're blowing.
We're back.
And so they have this whole line of clothing and like cups
cool stuff.
And t-shirts and stuff and hats and everything. So go check it out. James, you guys are doing such cool stuff over there.
For sure.
Love your garage.
Super jealous.
So nice. Yep. We got to have them on sometime. We'll have them on the podcast.
For sure.
they're entrepreneurs. He's got his own business and she helps him with that. And
they are entrepreneurs.
They're doing this business together too, this little side gig. So
side gig.
While running a family, Wally's got some back issues. This poor guy's been laid up. And then did you see they were getting off the boat or something and she got hurt? Sarah got hurt.
Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
When it pours, it rains.
Corey Siebert joining us. Hope you're safe and no water. We are good, sir. Thank you.
We did good. We lost some limbs.
Not
literal.
On us. Paul Arnold joining us. Hello from Southern Michigan. Welcome.
Southern Michigan.
James Algen said he loves the picture.
Thank you.
Matt Williams joining us. Good evening. COE is looking good. This is a fun one. You've always loved these, and I didn't even know what a COE was. I was thinking CEO,
right?
And I'm like, how does that relate to vehicles? And you schooled me. We've got Uncle Larry, Lawrence Crawford on the broadcast. Good color evening, family.
What is up, my friend?
It's about time I tuned in. Fall asleep. No excuses. Working hard. Haven't been enjoying life. Trying to have fun. I am.
There's only so much hours in a day, and you got to get some rest. So
he said taking next week off, getting the hell out with the kids, and then coming home and getting the hell out with the wife.
Nice.
Love you guys. Good to see you. You look healthy and well. We
Thanks.
Love you. I always try and text him every now and again. Just be like, hey man,
he's just a good dude.
He is always rooting for us. We've got Mike Ferrucci joining us. Evening, guys. Welcome, sir. Okay, I want to real quick take a moment and get into
let's get into the
couple things we want to talk about. So
the discussion.
One of the things we have for you, and we have 24 viewers. Please, everyone, play along. Okay,
play along.
So
this is really good.
What
you're going to talk about?
I know
these were good topics.
Your first topic is something that you were thinking about.
It was something I was thinking about.
Old versus new.
Oh yeah. That's where you went first. Okay, but okay.
What's your thought about that?
Old. What was my thought? My thought was, if you had a choice, again, money's no object, and you could daily. And again, depending upon your situation, right? Would you rather have a new car, low miles, brand new car, modern technology, all the bells and whistles, air control, all the bells and whistles, or an old car? As you're the way you'd want it, like your dream.
Okay, so if money's not an option, are we then retired and we don't have to drive to work?
That's not in the factors.
Okay.
Maybe you do got to drive to work. Maybe you don't.
Okay.
This is what if you did, but you were getting to drive,
What if you could drive an old car, but have it updated to the new stuff? Does that count?
What I just said.
Oh,
old car with modern technology,
okay.
But what, if you wanted it to be? Now, some people would be like, no, I don't want all that crap.
Right.
I'd rather drive it as is, or maybe you wouldn't. How would you prefer it, and what would you do?
We've got Uncle Larry saying old car, Mike Ferrucci, old car, Jim Pollan, old car, and all these guys have old cars. Michael said, I'm in the market for a new car, and what is out there is just junk. I'm looking at going old and refurbishing it.
Yeah, see, I'm kind of in this. I'm posing this idea because same thing. Like, I have a newer vehicle, and I'm very grateful for it. It gets me where I need to go, and if I have to go out of town, we have the means to do it, and it's not an issue. I can get there. But there are times that I go, man, what if I could just find myself like a 70s or a 60s, C10 or a, whatever, and make that my daily. It's got air conditioning, maybe a modern engine in it, that kind of thing. I definitely would still want the look to look old school, but some modern, almost, like pro mod kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But where it still gets good gas mileage and all those kinds of stuff. But it's still reliable. I can get in it every single day, and I could go long trips if I wanted to, and all that kind of stuff. I think I'd like to do that.
And I think that's my problem with the old car is I've been with you long enough, and it's only been a small amount of time. I know most of you have more experience than me, but my experience with old cars is there's always something, like you said, it's always a work in progress.
Sure.
And when you need dependability, for instance, when I was driving the kids back and forth to school and needed, to get them to the doctor or whatever, I couldn't have a vehicle that didn't turn.
For instance, we had a situation come up recently where I got sent out of town, like all the way across the state. And thank God we had a dependable vehicle that would, not burn a ton of fuel and would get me there and was good on gas and the whole 9 yards.
And I was still left with a vehicle that could get me around. So yeah, it's a tough. Is it a tough choice? It is.
And would some say no, it's not tough?
James Olchin said my dream vehicle is a war issue Jeep. Same. That was kind of the look I was going for with my Jeep.
Right. But I couldn't see you driving a war issue Jeep.
No, I probably could.
It doesn't have AC. No. It doesn't have a top.
No. Yeah.
And if it does have a top, it's just like a bimini top where it's just barely covering where you're at. So I don't know if you could handle. I don't think you could handle the truth.
No, I probably couldn't. Uncle Larry said, no matter what, old. We've got Clyde Hensley joining us from Michigan.
And again,
old.
Listen, there are some people that, as we're saying, wouldn't it be nice with a choice? There are some people that don't have a choice. It's not drive a new car; it's drive a used car. Right. And then there are people that don't have the choice of a great used car. They got to buy what they can afford. So, but again, in this scenario, we're saying, and again, super grateful that we have the means. For years and years and years and years, both of us drove older cars, old used cars. Yep. I drove around my old CJ7 for a long time. That got me from California to Florida. That's how I got here, was in that thing. So I've been driving, an older vehicle for a long time. Mm-hmm. And when it came down to it, my Jeep was always dependable compared to sometimes the newer, even though they were like an 80s versus a 70s.
Right.
It was always more reliable because it was simple. Yeah. So I don't know. So again, your thoughts.
Guy Hodges said restrooms. I don't know why.
Yeah, there's a whole nother story with it being restrooms.
Oh. Lizzie Daughtry said old. Howard Pierpont said old, but it's a definition issue. Being as old as I am, anything from 1951 I saw new.
Right, true.
That's true. Mike Fergie said old school, cool, old technology. Just give me electronic ignition.
Yeah. I mean, there's some modern takes you could do, and that's the beauty of a lot of what the hobby is done.
Yeah.
Is it's afforded where we can
make those modifications.
Modern stuff. I mean, look at just the little transition I've done to Rose by adding a more modern alternator to it and getting rid of the generator.
Right.
Still continuing to use the technology that Henry Ford did as far as utilizing the frame and stuff to move voltage across the which is still just so crazy to me. That's the choice we made. But it's still functioning, but with modern technology allowing me to still keep it old, but still utilizing new technology. It's kind of cool. Yeah. How about Hal Schaefer would probably say, I got tons of new that is old. Right. And tons of old that's new. You know what I mean?
Rob Earl said, for me, it's no contest. A stock standard early to mid 70s car for me.
Yeah, I love them.
Ralph Pop Sanchez joining us. Howdy, y'all. San Antonio in the house.
San Antonio.
Oh, Guy Hodges said, friggin' spell check, resto mod.
Yeah.
It came out restrooms. What is that? Why are we talking about
this? And EDB totally read it as is.
I did. I don't know what restomod. What does restomod mean?
Basically, that's where you're taking the restoration,
restoring by modification.
The modification, and it's more modern.
Mike Fergie said, my wife's 2018 Outlander is a pain. You have to put it on a computer to tell it you're doing brake changes. Ugh. Yes. Yeah. Same. Paul Marziani said, okay, I drive a 1989 F-150 with a 300 straight 6 and 5-speed, no air. Now, 89 is considered classic now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's over 30 years old.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's over 40 years old, is it? Yeah. No.
Yeah. People would argue with you though, because that's when you really get into the arguments of classic.
I know. What really determines?
Well, it's supposed to be within a certain age,
year, but then it's
limit.
supposed to be how many years old is what determines it, like from a
insurance
standpoint, or like to get a classic tag, they have those rules. Jane Newby joining us from the Michigan area. What's up, guys? Welcome, sir. Good to see you. Uncle Larry said, I will drive my old school Chevy truck everywhere, anywhere, and not think twice.
Yeah, and that it can be done. There's plenty of guys that are doing it, and just you got to put the time, and you got to put the effort, and you got to put the funds in there too.
Yeah,
and but something to be said about that, which is he's relying on that is like, hey, listen, I'm just going to do the things I need to do to maintenance it and keep it going, and sometimes like for us, it's kind of lazy that we just go, everything's modern. If I just take it to for an oil change, and we're good.
I've literally traded my car in because I didn't want to have to do the maintenance. That's how I got my last 2 cars. I'm like, I have to do what? 25,000 miles?
What? I'm not like good at that.
Let me just go ahead and get a new one then. So stupid. Matt Williams said old car as long as I don't have to worry with it whenever I commute somewhere. And yeah, that's my thing too. We actually factor in extra time just in case we run out of gas or it stalls or we have to do something. So yeah, it's not super dependable, but you know what? It's fun though. It's worth it, right?
Yeah.
Michael Williams said KISS, so much easier. I think that's keep it simple, stupid.
Yep.
We've got Ferg's Rod Shop. Nicole's new Durango is fun, but my daily is a 95 Bronco and just picked up a 94 full-size Blazer to replace that.
Nice.
So, yeah, those are fun. Kelman Carisi joining us. I like my old truck, and I spent a good time with my son putting it together. See, the projects are fun.
Yes. And what it does and how it brings people together. It's nothing better than that.
Did you happen to see the post? Because I know you got tagged in it. We get tagged in everything that they're doing with their cars, the Myers family.
I did not.
He tagged me in something today, tagged you too, and it was James Myers and his son Elvis, which some of you may remember. Elvis back in the day turned 10. I think we celebrated his 10th birthday on Sketchy Live. And he is now, I think, a senior in high school. Yeah, and
girlfriends went to prom.
Yep. And he and his dad did the truck bed, a wood truck bed in their truck. It looks really cool. So you'll have to check that out. But they've been working on stuff together. Him and his daughter too. His daughter's been doing stuff too. So yeah, there's nothing like that common bond. I know you enjoyed the time with my kids when you were teaching them car stuff. And
absolutely.
They were out there with you. We've got George Makart joining us. Hello from Illinois. Welcome, sir. We've got Howard Pierpont saying each state has different regulations on classic definitions. Connecticut is to qualify, the vehicle must be at least 20 years old, preserved because of historical interest, and unaltered from the original manufacturer specifications.
Yeah, see, that sucks that there are some states it's like you can't do.
They don't recognize it.
Look at our people from Australia. There's all the different rules they got to follow that they're like, yeah. But yet they still keep the freaking hot rod culture going.
They do. In fact, Rob Earl's chiming in. My current daily driver is a 24-year-old Australian Ford Falcon V8 I've owned for 10 years. Nice. And to me, that's a brand new car. LOL.
That's awesome.
James Crow joining us. Jersey in the house.
Whoa.
Bam. We've got George the Glass Man joining us from YouTube.
On the YouTubes.
Love the live kids.
On the YouTubes.
Uncle Larry said Michigan is 20 years. Okay, so now you take that old ride, because most of you said old, and now we want to know.
Yeah, the next question.
Yes,
right?
And this is why I did it this way.
Oh, so look at you! Look at you, special.
Right?
You're pretty good.
Thinking it through.
You're pretty smart.
Thinking it through. So now you take that dream ride, and where are you going? What is your dream road trip?
What's the dream road?
Dream road.
Where do you take it?
Where do you go? Anywhere in the world.
And if you could drive,
money is not an option. Look at us dreamers out
there.
The
road. What is the road that you take it on? Is it PCH? Is it just a cruise down 66? You know, do you only go part of it? Do you do all of it?
What about you? Now, you lived in California. We've driven. I've even been on the PCH.
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever driven that in
just like my Jeep?
Just the Jeep?
Just the Jeep. Well, when I had my mini truck.
Okay. We both drank at the same time.
But,
there was silence.
Yeah, I would love to drive that road in an old hot rod. For sure.
That being said, would the hot ride make it up and down the hills,
the
mountains?
And then definitely that. And what about you? What about you guys out there?
I know for me, I would want to do the whole Route 66 thing, start to finish. I think would be neat. I've known people. Well, I really haven't known people who've done the whole thing. I've known people who've done parts of it. In fact, our tattoo guy, Nate did a part of it.
Yeah.
And he documented that. And then I've just seen people like on Facebook, people I don't know who have done it.
And it looks really fun, doesn't it?
It does. I think the stops are really interesting. Mm-hmm. There's something about just, you know me, I love to adventure and go different places. And I would be down for like camping, staying.
It's an interesting road.
Crappy hotels, like
crappy. We drove 66 from Needles to, I want to say just outside of, damn it. Was it Texas when it goes through? Now we got to look it up.
Where's Needles? Arizona?
No, it's like right on the edge of California, I think.
Oh, okay.
Route 66.
Paul Marziani said that he has antique tags. Howard Pierpont said CT, a 2004 Celica qualifies in Connecticut. Wow.
Yeah, it's right. Okay, so it's I think it's on the border of Nevada, New Mexico and California.
They don't touch.
What state is that? What state is that?
Arizona.
That's Arizona? Yeah. Okay, so border California, Arizona. Right at the edge of, I think, at the edge of Nevada. It's like where those three kind of, like that edge right there. See right there. Anyway, and then we did that all the way through Texas, Oklahoma. We got into Oklahoma, and then that's when we popped off. We made it all the way to the Route 66 museum when I moved out here.
Oh.
Yeah. So I have a picture of my Jeep somewhere. Parked out front, pulling it was all painted red, white, and blue like the flag, and then my trailer that I was pulling, which was a C10 truck bed that I put a camper shell on, and we put all our crap in that, and I was pulling that, and that was painted all red, white, and blue as well. So I had a photo of in front of the Route 66 museum with my Jeep like that.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know what happened.
I wasn't with you. I would like to do that with you.
No, you weren't with me. You were not.
No.
Thanks. Thanks for ruining my life and not being there.
Howard Pierpont said Newport Richie. Is that your dream road trip? I don't know about that. Uncle Larry said everywhere and anywhere. Come on, guys. We have 28 people on the broadcast tonight. If you could go anywhere.
Seriously, like what is what's the road that you would do? I mean, the guys up in Michigan have a lot of people stream. Like there's the, we were just talking about Woodward, you know, for hot rod guys or car guys. That's a big dream road to drive or to cruise to go down.
Right.
Yeah, I just think, like I said, PCH would be super cool.
I think A1A over on the East Coast in Florida is a nice ride as well.
That'd probably be pretty cool
by the beach. Mm-hmm. Jim Pollan said I run year of make tags in New York. In 56 New York only had one tag. I don't know what he's saying here. Only had one tag, so that's all I have to have. I use my 56 Dodge as a daily driver in the summer. Okay.
Nice.
Rob Earl said there's a nice stretch of road down in Victoria, Australia. That's where our buddy's from. The Great Ocean Road that runs around 150 odd miles. I'd love to take a classic 70s muscle car on it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right. Like one of the last of the interceptors. I think all of us have that dream of, you know, taking the Mad Max car anywhere in Australia. That would be the sickest.
Is that where it was filmed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That would just be the coolest way to see that country.
Right.
And then watch that by all Australian people go, whatever.
Jim Pollan said Woodward and Route 66.
Yeah.
Frank Pupello said it's looking good. Yeah, this is a fun one. I'm seeing the Gulf now. I like it. That's a great color scheme. Robert Spear joining us. Hey, guys. Welcome, sir. Guy Hodges, lap around Texas in my 67 C10.
Yeah, Texas is a nice big state.
I think Texas would be cool for doing that. Like, especially like the downtown brick building areas.
The downtown, baby.
Like Austin.
Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop.
Shimmy, shimmy, pop. Matt Williams said Needles is where they filmed part of the movie Convoy.
Oh, nice. That was I should know that. That's one of my favorite trucking. That is the ultimate, my most favorite trucking movie is Convoy.
Yeah. We talked about that.
Oh my God. That's all I wanted. All I wanted to be.
Did I watch it with you?
I don't know.
I think I did.
I don't know if you did.
You know where I'd want to take my hot rod? Fredericksburg.
Where's that?
From the movie we just saw.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Hey. Was it called Fredericksburg?
I thought so.
It was something with a G.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Now I got to look it up.
You got to investigate your brother's death. You just make sure you understand there's a speed limit around here, boy.
So we watched The California Kid.
Yes, we did.
1974. 1974 thriller.
Charles Sheen.
Thriller.
Thriller. It was a thriller.
What was the name? It was a desert town sheriff.
No.
California Kid town name. I want to say it was Fredericksburg. Oh, Clarksburg.
Clarksburg.
Take the last train to Clarksburg. That's
right.
It's Clarksville.
But take the last train to Clark.
But it was actually filmed in Peru, California.
Peru?
Piru. Peru, California. Never heard of it. Other filming locations included Ojai, Santa Clarita, and along Agua Dulce Road in Soledad Canyon.
Ojai?
I don't know.
I think it's pronounced Ojai, but
whatever.
Ojai. I went to Ojai and then I went to Venice. Vencius. Vencus.
What I say was Clarksburg?
No. Yeah, it's Clarksburg.
Rob Earl said I had a Ford Life, the Mad Max car in the late 80s, Johnny. It was
really
Ford like probably.
Yeah.
Max car. Oh, like not life, he said. Howard Pierpont said, you do Texas round trip, you got a spot. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. George said, love the live kids.
Thanks.
George the Glass Man.
Thank you.
Guy Hodges said Martin Sheen. Yeah. I wasn't putting off watching it.
You were putting it off.
You were trying to get me to watch it.
When
I had studying to do for my test last weekend.
Okay.
And I didn't have time, and I wanted to make sure that I watched it and was able to take it in. And quite honestly, you fell asleep, and I watched it by myself.
I didn't fall asleep with the whole movie, but right at the end when it was getting good. Yeah.
So, and I already had it figured out.
But I was already in the heat all day, so you can't blame me.
How were you? So we're hoping that maybe next week, if we don't do a podcast, because I think we do want to try and line up someone.
Yes.
For a podcast next week.
I got 2 people in mind that I'm going to try to get on.
But we do have California Kid.
Pajamas.
Model. Is it a Model A?
No, it's not a Model A. It's a 34 Ford.
34 Ford.
One of the most, well, that'll go to our next question. Goose of Silly.
Most iconic hot rod.
That's right.
What is what in your eyes?
What do you feel is the most iconic hot rod or custom or whatever? Like when you think of like, this is the one, this is the car. Like for instance, if anybody has not seen it, I recommend watching it. It's The Car That Ate My Brain. It's an amazing documentary of Von Franco trying to replicate this really awesome car that was built not for TV. I'm freaking losing my head on the name of the gentleman that, oh my God, that built the car. It was the kooky car. God, Gombrowski. Why can't I think of his damn name? Cookie car.
Cookie car.
And that's what came up, cookie cars. Anyways, great documentary. It's on YouTube. Go check it out. Mad Fabricators put it out. It's an amazing, really cool documentary of the recreation of
Norm Grabowski.
Thank you. Who the early iterations of this car is what Von Franco goes after, which is the lightning bug version of it. It's the all black. It was utilized in the TV show 77 Sunset Strip, and I forget the name of the actor, and I think he became a singer, Kooky something. And anyways, he ends up, making the car kind of famous. And but it was an amazing filmed, real live hot rod. Anyways, so some people would say that's an iconic hot rod. The Uncertainty is another very iconic hot rod. So what is your iconic hot rod? Yeah. I know what mine is.
Jeff Brown said 28 Ford Coupe. Nice.
Cool.
Mike Hicks said, love the sketch. Been on Route 66 many times from LA to St. Louis since the 50s in many different rides, and I would do it again. That guy's living the life, man. Living the life. And we will see you soon, sir.
Living the dreams.
We got Hicks.
Living the dreams.
You got to do it.
Hicks.
Guy Hodges said Miller's American Graffiti Deuce Coupe. That is an iconic one.
How did you read that?
Miller's American Graffiti Deuce Coupe.
It's Milner's.
Oh, he put Miller's.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure spell check probably changed it.
And then Jeff Brown said, or my 56 Nomad.
Okay.
Nice. Diane Kinnery said Ed Burns is Cookie. Ed Burns was also Vince Fontaine from Grease.
Same guy. That's right. That is
Matt Williams said. Yeah.
That's.
I love Vince Fontaine. Jim Pollan said custom Jade Idol, Gene Winfield's hot rod, ZZ Top Eliminator.
The Jade Idol, yes.
Those are some good
for
ones.
Sure. The Pete and Jake's California Kid definitely is one that I think is an amazing. I don't know of any other 34 that looks. I mean, again, people would say the Eliminator. I would put the California Kid up against that thing.
Really?
I don't. The Eliminator is definitely a period hot rod that's kind of beckons to the 80s street rod deal, but the flavor. And of course, the funny thing is, as you saw afterwards, and again, we're getting off topic. We'll talk more about this stuff on the next when we draw the actual California Kid, but how the Pete and Jake's car, when it hit magazines, looked more modern, and then they made it look like it was an older, like they took all the chrome wheels off and stuff like that and put Steelies on it, and I think it looked better.
Yeah,
personally, if I had a dream, it would be the actual California Kid in the version that it was in the movie.
Nice
is what I would take.
Jeff Brown said Milner's car was not a Deuce.
No, 31, I think.
What was that?
I think but it had 32 grill shell.
We're in a similar situation with our grill shell.
Well, here's the thing. It's really, a lot of people took the 30s, and well, a lot of 20s. They've added the 32 grill shell to it. It just is so much smoother to the front end.
Right.
And to be honest, if I ever get the opportunity, I think that's something I would like to do to Rose as well, would be to make that change eventually down the road.
Right.
But right, not right now.
Mike Hicks said 55 Nomad. Rob Earl said, I guess when I think of an iconic car, the General Lee always comes to my mind.
Okay.
It's not a hot rod as such, but very iconic, and so many people have replicated over the years.
Yes, and that's definitely a vehicle from childhood, and I would agree with that. Yeah, it's definitely iconic.
Yeah.
For sure.
And what about favorite color, guys? I know we've done a lot. You have a favorite color scheme apparently, since
I do.
You use it a lot. The blue and the white a lot.
Oh well, yeah. Yeah, blue white with the yellow accent.
But you have used the orange quite a bit.
Yeah, I've always liked bright colors.
And you've used green. You do like a monster green, maybe more the monster part of it, not the car itself. But.
Yeah, I don't know. Although what's so funny is, again, it's amazing how, again, you get into the culture, and you're looking at things, and you start digging deeper, and you start digging deeper, and you start digging deeper, and it's just funny how I've really fell in love with. I've seen some roadsters in like a. It's almost like a hunter green or whatever green Ford used. It was
an emerald, maybe.
No, it's not that bright. It's almost a dull green, but it looks so good. Yeah.
Well, for a while there, everybody was doing the flat black. That was something that I really liked.
It's still cool.
It is still cool.
Look, we did. I went off and was trying to do some kind of crazy baloney fake patina thing on Kona. And as soon as I went back to flat black, she just was like, "Nope, this is the color I'm supposed to be."
Don't try to change it.
Yeah, she's like, "This is who do you think you are?" I'm like, "I'm your owner. Who are you to say?"
You don't get a say, pal. George said, back in 1999, we drove a dead mint 62 Ford Falcon station wagon and a ratty 66 Comet, and had a 4 and 2-year-old kids in there with them.
Nice.
Jeff Brown said, or my 49 Anglia Gasser.
Okay. Yeah.
What is that? I've never heard of that brand.
You've seen it. You've seen Anglias. They look like a little teeny Model A almost, but almost very European. That's basically what they are. Is they're kind of like what they use for the taxis, and when you see old.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But a lot of guys would take, because that small body, and then you put it on a little teeny frame with big motor, less weight. So for a gasser, Anglias became something you would be like, well, heck yeah.
You think you can rock that out in 8 minutes? Because we're at 10:22.
Are we really?
Yes.
Shit. Well, the good news is
it's going to be a 3-parter. Jeez.
No, I just may demonster it, and we'll just go with make the truck bigger, and we'll go from there.
Do it. George said, I drive a 1958 MGA Roadster for my everyday car.
Nice.
Very cool. Jim Pollan said, I agree. After thinking about it, you're right. The Cali Kid is more iconic.
Right. Then, I mean, listen, it got the role by being the look that it had, because that's what happened is I guess the producer of the movie really dug the way that car looked in the magazine. And then they go and they basically changed the look of the car. Although I think I would really, as silly as it looks, and there's so much movie magic. If you get a chance, go. There's some really cool YouTube stuff on the car itself, and it's just funny how movie magic works. Like the sounds in the movie, you go, "Oh my god, that car sounds so good," and then you find out that's not the engine that was in the car that you're listening to. It was a totally different engine. And then the pictures that they took of like the dashboard and the engine compartment aren't from that car. They actually, again, we're talking about it, but we're going to ruin.
We're going to revisit it is what we're going to do in a couple of weeks when we draw.
Come back and listen to the same minutia of what I'm saying about this particular movie. But basically when the cop pulls the California Kid over for the first time and says, "Let me take a look under the hood, see what you got." And they do this close up. The engine compartment that they took a picture of is actually not the Pete and Shake's engine bay. It was actually the engine bay out of Milner's coupe in American Graffiti.
Really?
Yeah. And then the dashboard was also taken from the Milner's coupe. They didn't look like that.
So it was a body double,
I guess.
Uncle Larry said the truck looks good. Yes, it does.
Thanks.
We'll be finishing that up tonight.
Yeah.
Matt Williams said more Grease trivia. The guy who built the race version of Grease Lightning said his air compressor died the night before the car was supposed to be on set. So he used a paint roller. The film crew liked how shiny the texture made it look on camera.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Tidbit. We've got Jimmy Flintstone Studios joining us. Welcome.
What's going
on? Jeff Brown said it has to be Milner's 5 window. It's just the coolest car ever. Piss yellow or piss green.
It is a cool car. It's hard to deny that for sure.
Well, is it the car itself or is it the whole movie? Because I think people are just into the movie.
I mean, it is the mystique of what it was representing, which was, you know, the baddest car in the area, right? So, yeah.
I mean, in the California Kid, he was the outsider because when the movie first started, I was like, and the white car is driving. I was like, oh, is this the car? And you're like, no. Keep looking, keep watching. And
Trust
I was like,
me.
oh, okay. Because I thought that car was cool. So,
well, you were, because it was a shoebox Ford. So,
right. Yeah. Well, fun questions tonight, guys, because a lot of you participated.
Thanks
got
for
to know you
participating.
a little bit more and see. I feel like we need to coordinate a cruise on Route 66 with all these people,
right?
And somebody bring a toolbox because I think one of us is going to need it at some point. Look, at this point, we're just trying to cruise. I lost your.
I know. Okay. So go back to us.
Just go back to us. And there I am. Okay. I would love to just be able to cruise it in our local areas at this point. So that's where we need to get to first. But
we're close.
We actually did cruise. So we drove our 51 Chevy from here all the way up to. How far was the furthest? Daytona.
Took it. Yeah, we took it all the way to Daytona.
To Gainesville, maybe equal distance. I don't know.
I think Daytona's a little farther.
And it made it, not without issues, but it made it nonetheless. And we did get to cruise it, and it was
nonetheless
fun. We took that thing all over the place. It was a great time. It was so much fun, and
we always have a good time.
And it's so funny. We were in Rose when we first got her, and we had friends over, and we were showing them, the car. And Johnny was like, "Hey, hop in. Let's take it for a ride around the block." And we're driving around, and my friend's like, "Oh my God, look at those people are waving at us." I'm like, I take it for granted that we're in a cool car because we're always in a cool car, and people are always like, "Oh, staring or waving or thumbs up or whatever." And are we back?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. I gotta add it. Sorry.
So she was
Get us out of that.
Okay. That was our ceiling fan, newly installed. Thank you, Johnny. So when we're out driving in it, I still have the fan on here. Can I remove it or no?
Just
I can't.
Go to the 3 people.
There we go. I take it for granted that we're in this cool car, and I tend to forget. I'm like, what are these people looking at? And I realize, oh yeah, we're in a cool car. But I love it. It's just good. It's really neat to see people's faces light up when they see.
Yeah.
Especially Rose, that one woman. With the one morning we went to breakfast, and she came over.
Well, she was from another country too.
Yeah, just was asking us questions, and Johnny let her sit in it and had her picture taken in it. And that's one thing we've always done, no matter what car it's been. And granted, we haven't had these, high dollar cars with, mint interiors and mint paint jobs and stuff. But we've always let people touch the car or get in the car or, kids get in the car. We want people to experience what we've experienced. And I know for Johnny, that was some of those big moments in your life that happened when you were a kid that really got you into this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It made you feel like it was attainable.
Someone was nice enough to let me sit in their car.
Yeah. And it was such a big deal. Jeff Brown. Oh, wait, I read that one. So Diane Kinnery said, 40 coupe from Hollywood Nights movie. Tony Nancy built it.
Okay.
She's digging that one. Uncle Larry said, I hate those effing coupes. Jeff Brown said, cruises are a dying pastime. So sad. I would spend hours at the cruises back in London, UK. None around here now. I live in Ontario, Canada. Really? Nothing up there. Huh? We've got Dan and Mary Evans joining us from Dunedin, Florida. I checked in with everybody earlier today in our fellowship, and they are doing well. Good. So thank God for that. Welcome, guys. Love you. Jim Pollen said, I agree. I always encourage touching the truck or sitting in it. And I get why people don't, because there are some disrespectful people who, could possibly ruin it or, touch something that they shouldn't. We've never been one of those people that's like constantly wiping it down. Again, we're not, we don't have these $50,000 paint jobs. So no. That's probably part of the reason why. But I feel like I was always one of those kids too, that when I got a Barbie, I would take it out of the box and play with it. When you got Matchbox cars,
always, or
Hot Wheels rather, sorry, sacrilege. You would take them out of the box and you would play with them. Like, I wasn't a collector type of person, and you don't strike me as one either.
Never did.
So if you have it, you use it, and you enjoy it, and you let people enjoy it. That's been our motto. Uncle Larry said, all your cars are awesome. We love them. You. Uncle Larry said, I always tell everyone to get in the truck and take pictures.
That's the best.
Jeff Brown said, as an airbrush artist and custom painter, I love old worn out cars, the ones you don't have to worry about. Yes. And this is one of the reasons we got the ones we did, because Johnny was like, oh, this is great. We don't have to worry about it. We don't have to make the little sign, please don't touch. You know, you can touch it. You can, please touch. Yeah. Get in it. We did have to forewarn people, though.
You may need
tetanus. There were a lot of areas where they could have gotten snagged or hurt. Yeah. I mean, that thing. Yeah. She was a work in progress. Jim Holland said, it's just an old truck. Let them enjoy it. Yeah. And I think, that mentality is good. Again, to each his own. And I totally get why people are a little bit more guarded, because they put a lot of money into these things and they don't want to see them ruined. I've been at car shows, and my stupid purse that you give me so much crap about all the time, I always carry a big bag with me, mainly in case we want to go to the movies and smuggle in food. But I always have a big purse, and I'm constantly just flipping around. I really don't pay attention to who it's hitting or whatever. And there's many times where we're walking through cars and he's like, watch your purse. Because I don't want to, I could literally scratch the entire side of somebody's car with the little imprint on my purse. So
easily,
I get why there's spacing at car shows when you go, or cruise-ins when you go, and you want to park a distance away from the car next to you so people can walk up and down. I get it. And I understand why people take such good care of their cars. I actually have an appreciation for those people. They're so detailed, and so they take such good care of them and keep them so clean. And I don't have that kind of discipline for ours, but I appreciate it.
Right.
Rob Earl said, back in around 73, I got to go for a ride in a 63 Chevy. And as an 8-year-old then, I was hooked on unique and classic cars. P.S. Love the artwork today, John.
Thanks.
Yeah, this one did come out cool. I would have thought you would have done the Golf pole with the spinny deal.
Well, we don't have the time.
We don't. Mark Domek said, I love the Golf livery. Yeah, this one is cool.
Well, it's available.
It is. This one is.
We'll make it to where it fills the full space of the 17 by 11 paper that it comes on.
Full color. And as always, this doesn't really do justice to what it's going to look like when it's printed out. These colors really pop when they're printed. It comes on a heavy cardstock. And in case you're wondering, yes, we do have 7 years of prior prints available on the website over at johnnyjalabby.com. Johnny also has some prints on there that he's done in way previous years. So those are also available on the website. We've only been doing this show since 2018 was our first season. So we're in our 7th season now, but there are years and years of artwork available on the website.
Yeah.
Go check it out. New hats. I'm sorry, not new hats. We've got hats, we've got shirts, we've got beanies. But we want.
This is something we're working on before we get out of here. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I got this in front of me. I can't. New Johnny Jalopy shirt idea. We don't have these printed up yet.
It's not available at the moment, but we may be starting to take some pre-orders. So there's the
logo front. Logo front.
There's the front.
And then
off of Sketchy, what season?
I don't know. I want to say it was in 2020.
2020?
So
2022?
Probably 3.
Hold on, let's look.
All right, we're going to look.
It's very important.
It is very important.
Because this is why you want to go look at other stuff.
Yes. Oh my God. How do you not have this saved?
Saved?
I'll find it first. So if you go to johnnyjalopy.com and you're going to go into 2020 Sketchy Live prints.
You think it's 2020?
It's absolutely 2020. It is not 2020.
Told you. I think it's 23.
No, it is 2020. It's episode. It's in third season, episode 49. It aired on 12/28 of 2020.
49. One of my favorite movies as a kid, as a teen or whatever. The great Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd.
Hold it up.
It's the Ecto-1.
Guys.
Ghostbusters.
Shut up. How cool is that?
T-shirt.
Possible new merch. Yep. We're so excited. Full color.
It's got the cool
likes and loves if you're digging it, guys. So let us know if you're interested, because we're going to do probably just a short run order.
Do the overhead.
Okay.
See if we can get a good shot of it there. Can you?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the screen or the overhead? Okay.
Look at that. How cool is that?
Ooh. So there's
scoot it up a bit. Look at that. Lizzie said she loves the new shirt. Jeff Brown said, keep it up, guys. Great to see you. Got to go fix the brakes on the 56.
Nice.
Almost midnight. Need to pull my finger out. Rob Earl said that shirt is boss. We're digging it, guys.
Yeah. So those may be available. If you're interested, love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Make a comment here. Ghostbusters or Ecto-1, if you're interested in it, a thumbs up would be great. Or, head over to the website, johnnyjalopy.com.
We're not putting it up on the website
not
right
yet,
now.
But the print is available, 17x11, $20.
Season 3, episode 49, the last one of the year.
And you could own the Ecto-1 t-shirt or print, and then the t-shirts may be available. And we're trying to decide what is the is it the Ecto-1 we're going to do, because there is a couple other designs that I've got floating in my head that may be also available. So, but yeah, there you go.
Exciting time.
What a great time. Ladies, guys, we sure appreciated you hanging out with us. Another Sketchy Monday night in the books.
In the books.
At least we got it done, the car done. A lot of good talking, though.
Yeah.
We're sure appreciated of the fact that you hung out with us here on Monday night and took the time to hang, comment, be a part of this.
I really appreciated the comments. I'm so excited.
So much
fun for participating.
And again, think about that favorite car. What's the iconic? What is that road? If you had it, if you had your ultimate vehicle of your dreams, what is the road you would take it on? These are all the things that just swim around in my brain as we're creating different art and different cars and different stuff like that. So, those are the kind of conversations that EB and I have lots of times, just trying to think of, stuff and,
future plans,
things. Yeah, for sure. It's always good to talk about, what you go make goals and stuff like that.
We're dreamers, guys. We're
dreamers. Hey, head on over to johnnyjalopy.com. We sure appreciate you hanging out with us. Hats, t-shirts, stickers still available. Tons of artwork. And we will see you guys next Monday. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'm Johnny Jalopy. This is EDB. You've been watching Sketchy Live, and we'll see you guys soon. And as always, stay sketchy. We'll see you next week.
Bye.